How do you make a campfire with just 2 sticks? Make sure one of them's a match.
It's draw time with Mr. Mayberry. Time to draw.
Well, hello and welcome back to Draw Time with Mr. Mayberry. This is day number 3 of camping week, and today I'm going to be showing you how to draw a campfire. But first, I'd like to take a few seconds and talk to you about campfire safety. If you follow these 3 rules, you can have a fun time at a campfire. Number 1, always make sure you have adult supervision. Number 2, never leave a campfire unattended. And number 3, always make sure you extinguish the fire before you leave the campsite. Now let's get started. It's time to draw. Okay, our campfire is going to be placed within a ring of rocks. Today, a lot of times you'll see campfires in fire pits and things like that, but I'm going to make this a ring made out of individual stones. So first of all, I want to draw an oval. This shows me where to place the stones. Okay, I'm going to start up front with a big stone. It's closer to us, so it's a little bit bigger than some of the others will be. And just kind of it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It should be a rough kind of a shape for a rock. Then I'm going to add some more rocks going around the circle on both directions. And I'm going to use overlapping. I'm covering up the rocks that are in the back with the one that is here in the front. And each rock that I draw is going to be overlapped by the previous rock, the rock in front of it. Okay, so I'm building this ring of rocks. And I'm going to go around just past halfway. Now they're also getting just a little bit smaller as they go further back. This is because they're going farther away from us. Now this one here, I want to make it a little bit lower than I had it, and that's why I redrew it. Okay, I'm going to go around this side. Same kind of thing. I'm just stacking these rocks as they go back. Again, they don't have to be a perfect shape. They can be uneven. Now I'm only going that far around the circle. Why? Because I'm going to be putting the firewood here in the center. And so there's no need to go ahead and draw the rest of those rocks because they will be covered up anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start on this left side and make a line that slants up towards the right. I've stacked the firewood up into just kind of a tent shape or teepee shape. Okay, so it's angled in on both directions. Then I'm going to draw lines that slant in. I'm making 3 or 4 logs here. I think I'll move this and make it 4. Okay, so here's 4 logs that are standing up on end, leaning in on each other. I'm going to go ahead and clean up this drawing a little bit, erase the curve of the oval there. I don't need that anymore. That was a guideline to start, but I don't need it now. And I'm also going to go ahead and take a few seconds and erase inside the rocks. I'm cleaning those up. Now remember, I move kind of fast on these drawings. If you'd like to pause or rewind a little bit, you can do that, but you can take time to clean up your drawing. It might take you a little bit longer than what it's taking me right now. But don't feel like you have to rush to do it. I'm just, again, for time's sake, I'm going a little bit faster. Okay, now the bottom of these logs mainly are carved in. I'm going to do one that's not. I'm going to do one that's curved out just to give you an idea of how you can do this. This is the bottom of the log that I can see. I can see this one, and I'm going to make some rings here around the center. And then the other pieces of wood here, I can't see the bottom, the way they are turned. Now I could see the top, except for the fact that I'm going to draw some fire up here, so you won't see that. Also, I think it'd be neat just to add a little branch sticking out here on the side on this one, and I can kind of curve where it attaches to the rest of the wood here. Okay, I'm going to make these lines a little darker. I'm going to go back and make some wavy lines for wood grain. And these are just random, but it gives your wood some texture. Makes it look like it's more realistic, more like it's real wood. Okay. Alright, so here's the logs on the campfire. Now I'm going to draw the fire. The thing about fire is, when you draw it, you'll probably never draw it exactly the same way twice. It's just kind of a random curve. So I'm going to start out here on the end and curve up like this. And I'm going to do the same thing over on this side, except I'm going to make this one smaller. And then this curves around. I'm going to make it curve you can just, like I said, you make random curves. They're not going to all be the same. You may look at it and say, oh, I don't like how that looks. I'm going to try that again. And you just have to kind of practice with it till you get it to look the way you want it to look. I'm going to change this one more time. But by drawing it like this with the curved shapes, it makes it look like it's active, like it's moving, like fire does. If you've ever sat and watched a fire before, you just see the flames just kind of flicker and they move, and it's fascinating to sit and just watch the flames. Okay, now clean that up after you're done, and there you go. That's our drawing for today, a campfire. Well, now that you know how to draw a campfire, let's see how we can take that and add it to our big picture. Okay, here's what the big picture looks like today. As you can see in the background, I've colored in the sky and the trees. I've added some more trees as well. And then also, I colored in the little guy that's back here, and I used colored pencil for that since he's a smaller picture. I've colored in this tent. I colored it orange, just like the tent I had in my childhood. And then also, here's something else I wanted to mention about our campfire. First of all, when I said wood grain on the wood, I was talking about bark on the outside here. And then the other thing was the ring of stones. And the purpose of that is to keep the campfire from spreading to other areas. So it's to help control the fire. So that's why we draw that. But this is what our drawing looks like so far this week. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for taking time to draw with me. Hope you'll come back tomorrow. And remember, if you want to be a good artist, do a little drawing every day.
Summer, 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 summertime. Oh yeah, that's a keeper.